Welcome to Lecture 6, FinOps Principles Explained Simply. In this lecture, we will keep the focus on practical, practitioner-level understanding. The goal is not to memorize a long list of definitions. The goal is to build a mental model that helps you reason through FinOps concepts, workplace scenarios, and certification-style questions. As you listen, connect each idea back to the main FinOps purpose, helping technology, finance, product, procurement, and leadership teams make better decisions about technology spend and business value. FinOps principles matter because they guide behavior. They are not just statements to memorize. They help teams approach technology spending in a more constructive way. Instead of asking only, "How do we reduce cost?" the principles push teams to ask, "What business value are we getting? Who owns this usage? What data do we trust? And what decisions should we make together?" The current principles can be translated into simple workplace language. Business value should drive technology decisions. Everyone should take ownership for technology usage. FinOps data should be accessible, timely, and accurate. Teams need to collaborate across functions. A centralized team should enable the practice rather than own every decision. And organizations should take advantage of variable cost models in a thoughtful way. These principles show why FinOps is broader than cost reporting. A cost-cutting mindset often creates friction because it assumes lower spend is always better. A FinOps mindset is more mature. It looks at spend in relation to value, growth, performance, reliability, engineering speed, and business goals. Sometimes reducing spend is the right action. Sometimes increased spend is acceptable because it supports growth or resilience. The principles help teams make those trade-offs intentionally. At CloudShop, database spend increased after a product release. A cost-cutting response would immediately ask what to turn off. A FinOps response uses the principles. The team checks whether the release created customer value, who owns the usage, whether the data is accurate, and which teams need to participate in the decision. This is how FinOps turns cost conversations into value conversations. For certification preparation, pay attention to the reasoning style. Many scenario questions can tempt you to pick the answer that saves money fastest. But FinOps is not only about cutting cost. A better answer often involves identifying ownership, improving visibility, collaborating with the right personas, validating data, and considering business value. Remember, the best FinOps answer is usually the answer that creates better technology value decisions. The key takeaway is that FinOps principles are practical decision rules. They help teams frame spend as part of a larger business conversation. As you continue the course, you will see these principles appear again in allocation, forecasting, optimization, governance, and certification-style scenarios. That wraps up this lesson. Before you move on, take a moment to think about how this FinOps concept applies to your own cloud environment, team, or certification study plan. If you want the full structured course, check out my Udemy course, FinOps Certified Practitioner, FOCP Fundamentals Prep. Use the course link in the description for the best price. The course walks through the FinOps Framework, key concepts, practical cloud cost management scenarios, and study guidance to help you prepare for the FinOps Certified Practitioner exam with more clarity and confidence. Thanks for watching, and best wishes on your FinOps learning and certification journey.